Hi, I'm Bob Hatton. Come and join me in a trip down memory lane. You'll see some great games and you'll see some great players. Yes, you'll see the Bob Latchfords, you'll see the Trevor Francis, you'll see the Gordon Taylors. I was fortunate enough to join the club in 1971-72 season from Carlisle United at a then record fee of £90,000. The first action takes place against Huddersfield Town in the 6th round of the Cup in 1972. Enjoy the action.
Our referee this afternoon, Mr. Pat Partridge of Middlesbrough, gets the game underway. The white shirts of Birmingham City attacking the goal on the right. Because of the colour change, they've changed, and of course Huddersfield also have changed because of their blue and white stripes. They're in yellow and the dark shorts. Linesman this afternoon, Mr. Wally of Southport, Mr. Stimpson of Epsom. Worthington turning or trying to turn. Rob taken out by Haaland. That's a through ball which has got Birmingham in trouble. But a handball situation against Jim Lawson. Free kick. Free kick to Birmingham City. Roger Hine. Tall, powerfully built. Centre back to whack a long free kick deep into Huddersfield territory. Latchford getting up well. A good touch. Francis! What a shot! Trevor Francis unloading a tremendous pile driver of a shot here in the first minute of the game. Well, he's got a bit short on goals in his last 6 games. Hasn't scored one, but by golly, that almost flew in there. Fabulous save from Dave Lawson. Corner kick. Taylor with it. That's Lawson's all the way. Hine back to cover. And for the first time, Dave Latchford gets a feel of the ball. Brother Bob jumping well. Taylor knocking it in there again. Hutt in trouble here. That's Francis. Wide. Oh, brother. Francis with a tremendous chance. Alan Jones, the man who got Huddersfield in dead struck then. Still no score. Francis. Early ball, aim for Taylor. Has Carroll in support behind. Little short chip for Hatton. Now for Taylor to cross. Did that neatly enough, and a chance for Page. Oh, what a goal! Malcolm Page! Malcolm Page, 1-0. His first goal of the season. And wasn't it a cracker? So neat and tidy. Carroll and Taylor together. Taylor the roll ball inside and Malcolm Page whacking it first time into the back of the net. Lawson had no chance. Good line ball for Page. Tumbled out from behind by Worthington. Mal Page is the chap who's getting quite a fair few whacks in the back this afternoon. Which is still a little painful from the thump he took when playing Portsmouth here. Carroll. It's a goalkeeper's ball. Oh dear, dear, dear. And Lawson really took some stick then from the challenge. A big Bob Latchford in the air. And we're in injury time, and we're going to have a bit more injury time added now. Latchford being told to watch what he does as he goes in on the challenge for the goalkeeper. Ball in the air, very difficult for a striker to refrain from challenging for it. Oh, what a tragic, tragic sight. See this fine young goalkeeper, Dave Lawson, stretchered out of this game. And it's number 8, Terry Dolan, the man who dons the jersey again to go in goal. So a free kick for Birmingham. Hine to hammer it deep. This is Hutt. Neatly forward. Carroll was there first. Page. In for Latchford, it's a bit short for Page. Good ball for Francis, though. Tied it up by Cherry. He getting himself in trouble against Taylor. Carroll, first-time ball. Hatton! Oh, what a neat bit of work then by Bob Hatton. He spotted that the substitute goalkeeper, Terry Dolan, was late coming back into his goal mouth. Gave it the first-time flick. Haaland. Knocking it long. Elam under it. Cherry. 3 men offside. Wickie, Dave Smith and Worthington with the 3 men offside in a line. Haaland then. A real long one. Hatton getting there. Latchford up. Chance for Francis! Hammered high, hammered high. Francis so eager to break his losing sequence of goals. 6 games, 6.5 games with today, without a goal, which is unusual for the wonder boy. Handball, surely. No, referee Partridge says no. So Dave Smith goes on. Well, I think that was a little bit lucky for Huddersfield then. Dave Smith playing a little basketball on that attack. This is Latchford. Taylor. Still going against Hutt. One's gone deep up into the crowd. Malcolm Page to take the throw in. It's Francis. Here's Hatton. The touch for Latchford. And it's there. Yes, it's a goal. There was a terrible moment of doubt then as to whether Latchford had got it in or whether he'd been whistled up, but no, it's there. Into the second half, and the goal I said might be vital has been scored by Latchford. It's 2-0. There's the goal scorer. The cross ball into the box, leaving Latchford with a fairly simple chance against substitute goalkeeper Terry Dolan. Jones doing a lot of scurrying and covering. Hatton again. What a good, strong player this is. Campbell. Tried to get the pass in. Lawson touched his boot at the fraction of a second that he wanted it. Lawson then. Long one for Kraswicki to catch. He's there. Oh, fine saving tackle by Tommy Carroll. And he really had to hurry to do that one. Because this Kraswicki can really shift. Lawson tumbled down just a fraction outside the box by Page. Free kick. Lawson's dive, heading for the penalty area, but he really couldn't hope to squeeze a penalty kick out of that. Still, it's a dangerous situation for a free kick. 4 men in the line. Being way back. Hutt and Chapman over the ball. Chapman taking it. And that's a great goal for number 6, Cherry. Oh, beautifully taken goal. Trevor Cherry, his 3rd cup tie goal of the season, and he's shouting at his side now. The captain's goal. The free kick perfectly flighted by Les Chapman, and the unmarked Cherry right through the defence to nod in a beautiful goal. So Trevor Cherry, the captain. Birmingham's lead, and the game suddenly becomes a light again. Talking just a moment ago of Birmingham moving inexorably towards another semi-final appearance, and Huddersfield say not yet, we're still in this game. Page challenging with Lawson. Taylor stops him. Well, unfairly, says referee Partridge. Free kick to Huddersfield. Hutt then with another free kick for Huddersfield. That's Worthington up with Hind. Chapman now. Little signs that Birmingham are getting a little bit fidgety at the back. Getting their draws in a tangle, but they're coming out now through Hatton. Taylor breaking on the right side. Huddersfield calling men back. It's 3-on-4 in the attack. Taylor. That's an easy one for Jones in. Robbed by Hatton. Robbed by Latchford, and Francis very nearly got the shot in. Pendry to knock it in there again. Little touch, and that's Hatton. He's offside. No. The referee has pointed, and has he given the goal? He's heading for his linesman over here. He's given the goal. He's given the goal, all right. There was a sudden moment as he looked towards his linesman, and Bob Hatton is the scorer. 3-1. So Huddersfield so excited about taking the lead, smack back again. And Hatton, the man who got on the end of everything, and slotted in the third goal.
That was a great result against Huddersfield Town at St Andrews. And then, of course, we were on to the semi-final at Hillsborough against Leeds. Now, we lost 3-0, but that was no disgrace, because Leeds United were the best side in Europe at the time. Even better, in my opinion, than any Liverpool side since. Onto the league programme in 72-73, and this does excite me because the amazing thing is that we averaged 36,000 at home at St Andrews in that season. It was the debut for many players in the First Division, and the young players in the side rose to the occasion and made a tremendous season for Birmingham City. People like Francis, people like Latchford and Burns and Taylor came right to the fore. Now the next action is against Derby County, who were the reigning champions at the time. I look forward with you to the action.
Taylor hooking it in. Bolton's come off his line. Lost it, Francis! And Bolton got a piece of it off the line by Durbin. Didn't come down. Taylor to try it. Now Pendry. And Bolton again, struggling as he came on. Martin in there again. Latchford up. Nobody to pick up the crumbs. Well, that was a rousing attack by Birmingham City. And Colin Bolton there did fantastically well to get a tiny piece and deflect the shot from Francis. Durbin finally knocking it off the line. There's the free kick. Taylor, as Birmingham line up in the box. Hatton, Latchford. Big John Roberts is in there as well. Hatton gets it down. Gamble, and it was strongly struck for Bolton. Oh, Webster, a terrible mistake. Latchford, and he scored! Oh, what a ghastly mistake by Webster, and Latchford makes it 1-0. 30 minutes into this first half. Well, there was a case of Webster and Bolton trying to take the mickey out of the Birmingham players, passing it backwards and forwards. Then Webster makes the final blunder. Latchford knocks it in the net. Kevin Hector couldn't get there. Pendry short for Taylor. Needs to play it out. Perry. Durbin didn't quite come to Davis. It's Campbell now. Neatly for Francis. Latchford. And a back pass. This has come to Hatton. Is this goal number 2? Well, it isn't goal number 2, but it might so easily have been. And it would have been given to Hatton by a Derby error, just in the same way as the first goal was given to Latchford by a Derby error. Nish, well taken out by Page. Break on here for Francis. Nish steaming to get back, and did that very, very well indeed. Good classic play there. McGovern. Sims. Stretched wide on the right is Webster. Faced by Taylor. So it's Gemmell. Kept his feet through one tackle, couldn't do it through two. McFarlane got there well. Good ball from Page. Taylor. Getting in behind him. McFarlane has come away to meet him. And that's Francis. He's got to get one. He has. Trevor Francis. It's 2-0 to Birmingham. 4 minutes into the second half. And the crowd rising to Trevor Francis, who's had a thin time this season. Looking back on that one, a beautiful ball out from Malcolm Page. Gordon Taylor doing absolutely the right thing, going hard down the line. Sucked McFarlane down to the middle. The cross ball to Francis's boot, and scoring was relatively easy after that.
I joined Birmingham City in the 71-72 season, and there were two players there with big reputations. One was Bob Latchford, the other Trevor Francis. Bob was a big 13.5 stone striker. He could score goals with his head and with his feet. Trevor Francis, on the other hand, was a skinny young kid. Trevor had made a devastating start to his career in the previous season, where he scored 16 goals in 18 appearances, a truly remarkable performance. Trevor had the fantastic ability to change pace and direction in one swift movement, and this, allied to a calm, level temperament, made him a star in the making. Trevor could not only score goals, but create them as well, and this made him a joy to play alongside. In all, he played in 328 games for the Blues, scoring 133 goals. An incredible record for one so young. We were the top team in the Midlands in 1972-73, and mainly because of a man called Bob Latchford. He and the team started slowly in that season, but after Christmas, we really got into our swing. Bob Latchford was a Jekyll and Hyde character, and I knew when Bob Latchford was going to score. If he was in his mean and moody mood, Bob was going to score. In fact, Bob used to say to me, "Bob, you do my running, I'll score your goals." The action takes place against Coventry City at St Andrews.
Broke for Campbell to Taylor. Taylor taking on Mortimer, runs away from him. That's Hatton. Parker is on Hatton. Did that beautifully! Latchford! Great save by Glazier. What a fantastic save! Latchford was on for something there. But the reflex action of goalkeeper Bill Glazier saved the situation for Coventry. Roger Hine there. Martin gets it out. Page in there again. Latchford wanting to turn. That looked like a handball, a big cry for it, wasn't given. Mortimer. Steen. Mortimer short. Maguire for Coop. Hendry for... very nearly Hatton doing something neat. Hatton winning it back, did it magnificently. Just too high. But Francis, plenty of time to knock it back in there again. Hatton, that'll do. Hatton has got it. What a good goal it turned out to be. 1-0 Birmingham. 29 minutes into the first half. The goal set up then as that long ball came across the face of the goals. Trevor Francis picked it up way over on the corner flag, knocked a magnificent cross across the goals. Hatton knocks it in. Coop knocking it over to this left side, and Taylor has Parker to get past. Pendry. Campbell. Taylor again. Coop played it last. John Roberts got there all right. Alderson looking rather surprised then that the dramatic tumble by John Roberts produces a free kick to Birmingham City. Certain delayed action in some of these signals. Latchford down for Hatton. What a save again, Latchford! That's what he called following up and picking up the crumbs. Bill Gazier entitled to feel sick about that. 42, 43 minutes into the first half, it's 2-0. That long free kick from Roberts, the ball coming down to Hatton, a point-blank save from Glazier, and Latchford looking for the crumbs to fall and picks up the second goal. Good touch on Latchford to Hatton. Foul by Dugdale. Page. Over the ball, but leaving it in fact for Ray Martin. Far side of the box are Hatton and Latchford. Hatton now coming towards the C spot. Taylor, good one! Number 3, Taylor. To Birmingham. John Roberts delighted. The free kick by Page, Hatton knocking it down, and Taylor chesting it down and beating Glazier on the left-hand post. 3-0 then. Latchford neatly done again for Francis. Way on the far side is Taylor. Birmingham really stretching this Coventry defence now. Taylor. Oh, beautiful ball. Campbell has done before. Alan Campbell. His 4th goal of the season. And the linesman over this side is flagging like nobody's business. He's still flagging. Still flagging. Linesman Mr. Brian Marchant of Hereford.
This was a beautifully carved out goal there. Taylor slips it into Campbell, but there is no doubt that Hatton is offside. You can see him there on the right of the picture, number 10, in the 6-yard box as Campbell puts it in the net. Obviously, in that position...
On to the 73-74 season, and one of the toughest places to go that particular season was Filbert Street. They had some smashing players in their side. By that time, we were battling for points. It was a right dogfight at the bottom of the league. But we were pulling clear, thanks to people like Ken Burns. Now, Bob Latchford had gone on to Everton for a record fee, but Ken had stepped in and was doing a great job. Now, Kenny Burns, as we know, was good in the air, but he could also shoot with both feet. In fact, the goals that he scored, I thought, from his striking position were quite outstanding. He was a versatile player. He could always play centre-half or midfield, but for me, his best position was up front. He was voted the best Midland player of the year for that particular season. That's an indicator of just how good Ken Burns was.
Samuel's nearest to him in the box. He's going for Worthington, though. Kendall has given away a corner. Weller wanting to take it very quickly. And his teammates not positioned quickly enough. Cross, getting it down, trying the shot, and he's scored a goal! Graham Cross! What a remarkable moment then for Graham Cross. Scored only 2 goals last season. One of them was against Leicester. And the second minute of the game, well, that surely has given Leicester the boost they needed. The first corner of the match, down on the left-hand side, Weller lobbing it across the box. The ball comes to cross, and that right foot of his puts Leicester in front. Cross against Burns. Glover. Whitworth stretched wide here for Worthington. He has Rofe behind him. Rofe, Samuels is the man calling the ball. Searching for Waters deep on the right side. That's Earl, neatly for Glover. Fine goal! Len Glover. Fine goal. And in the 18th minute, Glover gives Leicester a 2-0 advantage, and it looks pretty bad for Birmingham. That was a fine searching ball across the park to Joe Waters, in for Earl, a neatly, delicately placed ball right side of the box, and Glover just gets on the end of it as Latchford comes to his feet. Went in when it hurt there. Samuels quickly for Glover. Got to try it. Has to try it. There was nobody else to knock it off to then. These breaks of Leicester's are fast, penetrative, and there's a dig on the end of them all the time. Cross, and Burns surely has got one back for Birmingham. Ken Burns. Kenny Burns scoring his 9th goal of the season, his 7th in the league. 20 minutes into the game, and we've got another goal to record. Birmingham then fighting back. A long ball down through the middle. Shilton coming out. Losing it. Burns in and nicks it in with Shilton stranded. Now we got a scoreline. Leicester City 2, Birmingham City 1. Shilton, a rather casual ball out. So many Birmingham men caught forward then. A more accurate ball would have spelled trouble. Anyway, it's Rofe for Leicester. Roberts against Worthington. Earl. Hine got a touch. Very solid pass back from Pendry. It's Burns knocking it on for Hatton. Back for Francis to try one. Oh, and that squirted well wide off his right boot. Well, that was not at all an accurate shot from Trevor Francis. He could normally be counted on to get on target from that sort of range. Worthington, good knockdown, but it'll only go as far as Francis. Rofe coming to cover him. It's Taylor switching to the side, brings Cross to mark him. Hoisted, and Whitworth is up, it drops for Burns! What a goal! Oh, yes, and we've got an offside flag against Burns, it isn't going to count. And look at that boy's face, Ken Burns, utterly dismayed, turns in disbelief to the linesman the far side, who is absolutely positive with his flag. That ball dropping across to the far side of the box. Kenny Burns, there's the man who knocked the goal off. Francis corner coming. Shilton under it all the way, and Hine gets up. Hine penalised for barging into Shilton. This good, honest, strong man, Roger Hine, whose uncle is pushing Liverpool towards the First Division Championship and FA Cup double. We wonder. Shilton stopped taking his goal kicks, so he's obviously got more injury with that right knee. Campbell hooking it forward, a break is on for Kenny Burns here now. Only Shilton to beat. And he beat him! Oh, that's the way to beat him! Well, Ken Burns, and reflectively, Peter Shilton sits there wondering what happened. Oh, what a goal! 39 minutes and Ken Burns has tied it up. It's Leicester City 2, Kenny Burns 2, that means Birmingham City 2. Pendry. That's Joe Waters. Waters again. Neat little break, but there's nobody through the middle, so it's all got to start square. Glover, left side. Roaf's gone past it down the touchline. Glover did one too many. Hind. Francis. Hatton up, neatly down. Burns is in. Good goal! His hat-trick! Ken Burns' hat-trick! And Shilton, a very, very disconsolate man, and I think quite definitely restricted in his movements by that damaged right knee. 4th minute of the second half. Ken Burns' hat-trick puts Birmingham in front. Keith Weller is going to aim the long one again. Roberts is marking up on Worthington in the box. Still goes for him. Didn't reach. Pendry was there. Campbell out to Burns. Hatton knocking it on for Francis. It didn't quite come. John Samuels. Graham Cross. Keith Weller going against Pendry with Campbell and Taylor in support. That's aim for Glover. He got it. What a good goal. What a beautiful little goal. It's 3-3. That was a fine. 19th minute of the second half. Then Glover scores his second goal, and the score is 3-3.
I told you Ken Burns was a great striker. Now that season, it was 2 from 4 to get relegated. All we had to do was beat Norwich City at home. Now there were 44,000 people in the stadium. We'd had a fantastic run, only 1 defeat in 8 matches running up to that game. But we got off to the worst possible start.
Gordon Taylor leaves the ball for Campbell. Hatton now. Campbell. Bad ball. Suggett has it. Grapes quickly for Boyer, and Grapes got it late then from Gary Pendry. And already the tensions that one expected to see in this game coming right up to the surface here. Trevor Francis, who got back on the goals trail again in these recent matches, and Birmingham are delighted about that. Suggett then is preparing to take this kick, though Butler, number 2, is there as well. Suggett's kick. That was a good try and a great goal! Well, that was a shock! Stringer, a surprise goal from Suggett's free kick. That's Steele. Boyer, Norwich still causing Birmingham an awful lot of trouble. Roberts as far as Taylor. Campbell. And again, Norwich tackling back quickly. Roberts for Pendry. Not allowing Birmingham to dwell on the ball. Good jump by Burns. Butler knocks it out. Hind on the jump against McDougall. Now Francis. Benson going with him. Checked well. And it'll come for Taylor. Now Hatton. Taylor. Good try. Beautiful save. Wonderful shot from Gordon Taylor, and an absolutely magnificent reflex save from Kevin Keelan. Hatton. Roberts has Norwich come out. McDougall the flick on, and Boyer's onside because he was in his own half anyway. Cutting in on goal, looks up to see where McDougall is. Tremendous run back and tackle by Roger Hind. Roger Hind, the hero then against that run of Boyer's. Well, Boyer thought he was getting a corner out of it. Latchford had come to get the ball, having been assured by the referee that it was in fact a goal kick. time Roberts gets goal side of him. Pendry is there as well. That's McDougall. Ted McDougall very nearly sneaking one then on the near post. Boyer, the man setting it up. Francis for Burns. Too strong. Aim for Kendall, comes to Martin. Francis now. Benson backpedaling. Not a bad cross. Too close to the goalkeeper. For a moment I thought a foul had been given, but no, the ball was all right. Roberts in hard. Hatton, square for Kendall. Burns, Kendall. That's Hatton going into the box. He was off balance. A great appeal for a penalty that Butler was pushing him. But not given. Goal kick. Very difficult to tell in that situation. Frankly, from up here, I thought that Hatton had, in fact, lost his balance slightly as he cut in on the ball, but the close attentions of Butler had certainly put Hatton off. Hine forward. Stringer gets it away. Roberts. Now Burns. Clearance only goes as far as Kendall. Hatton stretched wide on the left. Trying the shot. Oh, what a goal! How is it possible to get that one in there? Bob Hatton, the scorer, equalises, and for the first time, Birmingham spectators are on their feet, applauding this moment. Just over 40 minutes of the first half played, and Hatton equalises. It did not seem possible that Hatton could squeeze that shot in on the near post, but there was a gap. Keelan had left the gap, and Hatton capitalised on it. Roars round this St Andrews ground. Now the tension has been relieved a little. Campbell following this attack in. Hatton. The cross ball. Burns is under it. And in fact, Burns was truly under it. He didn't get over it. But he jumped well, and it was noticeable at that time Keelan stayed on his line. Forward for Boyer. Sissons. It's wide for McDougall. Benson. Francis rubs him. A little bit of emptiness growing into it. Hine whacking it forward for Birmingham. Hatton's there. Forbes gets it away, only as far as Burns. Stretched wide now for Taylor. Going against Butler. Look for Burns. It's there. It's given. Yes, indeed. Burns has made it 2-1 with still about 2 minutes to go. To half-time. Burns, the man who's just been voted the West Midlands Footballer of the Year, puts Birmingham in front 2-1. Well, there's a double blow for Norwich. The attack building up. Campbell stretching it wide to Taylor. The cross ball, and Burns in behind everybody with a beautiful headed goal.
After that fantastic win against Norwich City, the scenes at St Andrews were unbelievable. Crowd invaded the pitch. The chairman, Clifford Coombs, was taken round on the players' shoulders. It was a fantastic performance, and believe me, we downed a few pints that night with the supporters. It was only 3 months later that we played Norwich again in the Texaco Cup. The winner went on to play the Scottish equivalent. Now, there's a big difference then. because instead of playing under 44,000, we played under 14,000. But the team spirit was fantastic, and we gave it 100%.
Referee Tommy Reynolds of Swansea, his linesman John Lovett of Crewe, Don Rogers of Derby. Birmingham kick-off, attacking the goal on your right. Birmingham, the dark blue jerseys with the white stripe, the white shorts. The Canaries of Norwich in those familiar yellow jerseys of theirs, green shorts. And immediately Kendall is joining into the attack. Ray Martin, Kendall still there. Kendall, who had such a good game at West Bromwich last week when so many others around him did not rise to his enthusiastic leadership. Malcolm Page didn't knock it far enough. So McDougall out. Boy, a long one back. Clough it. String along. Campbell. This looks useful. Francis feeding Hatton on his favourite left side. The cross ball. Actually, Burns was well covered up, but it's always dangerous when Bob Hatton goes into that left-hand slot. Pendry for Birmingham. Kendall's shot. That was a difficult one from Kendall. First real shot of the game. Stringer. Looking for Boyer. Roberts was there. Kendall. Safe enough. McDougall and Boyer, of course, is offside. And McDougall, I'm not at all sure how he managed to do himself an injury then. It's his arm that is appearing to cause him some trouble. Or his shoulder. That was the injury he must have had before when Sabagia put him down, and merely kicking that last ball appears to have caused him some inconvenience. Henry then for Campbell. Birmingham making a lot of use of the left side of the field in their attacking movements. Francis backing into young Kent. Now the substitution will be made. Billy Steele, former Scottish youth international, made his debut in the first team last season. So we shan't see any more of Ted McDougall in this game. Goodwin giving it a chase. Sabagia, Francis. Pendry away on the far side. Hatton neatly. Campbell goes. Kept good control with it too tight in there. Francis. And run. Far too many Birmingham men all playing in the same place. Kendall's cross, Keelan under it with Burns. And the shot for Campbell. And he scores it. Alan Campbell, critical of him earlier by missing a very good chance. But Campbell got that one all right. And all this time, down below me, Trevor Howard is off the field, looking very much as though he has broken his leg. The challenge on Kendall left Howard off the field, and they're lifting him onto the stretcher. A bad blow then again for Norwich, following, and the bad blow, the worst bad blow, of course, is Campbell scoring that vital goal that puts Birmingham City in front. Some 32 minutes of the first half gone. The long ball in from Kendall caused most of the problems, and then when it finally came back to Campbell, he hit a really fine dipping shot into the net. I said it was Howard who was being taken off. It isn't Howard, in fact, it's young Paul Kent. Burns, Forbes at his back. That's the corner. The news from the dressing room is that Kent has a twisted knee ligament and that McDougall has a twisted shoulder. See if Kent comes back in the second half. Oh, and that really did have Norwich stretching all over the place. Francis, Hatton, hit the post. That was hard luck on Bob Hatton as Norwich were all over the place then. Bob Hatton diving in smartly, the shot on the turn, and just hit the woodwork. Campbell had a lot of freedom. Kendall. Francis out on the right touchline to go against Howard. Hatton. That's 2-0. That was so easy for Bob Hatton. 2-0. 42 minutes of the first half gone. Superb ball from Kendall, picking up Francis on the touchline. Cross into the box. And Bob Hatton just nodding it nonchalantly inside the right-hand post. 2-0 then. Burns steering it in the direction of Francis. Jersey pulling by Francis. So Howard, Trevor Howard, number 10. Kendall. John Roberts now. Hatton moved out to the left touchline. Pendry. Good ball for Campbell. Beautiful ball. Oh, and he stopped running. I wonder why. Referee Tommy Reynolds not adding anything on for stoppages. Smack on the button to 45 minutes and a 2-0 scoreline to cheer up manager Freddie Goodwin, who hasn't been too happy with his players' form in the Texaco Cup so far. Welcome back then as Norwich kick off the second half with only 10 men. Paul Kent, the news is knee ligament trouble. Ted McDougall, who went off much earlier, with a shoulder injury. And Norwich 2-0 down, in real trouble here. With very much of a scratch side when they started due to injuries, even worse off now. Now is the chance for Birmingham to turn on the pressure, because they could qualify now in this Texaco Cup competition. If they can win this one and pick up an extra bonus point for scoring 3 goals, they can total 5. And the news at half-time is that Peterborough and West Bromwich Albion are 1-1. So it could be an interesting situation at the end of the day. West Bromwich Albion with 4 points up to the day. Gary Pendray. Interception by Stringer. Now Morris. Profit. Neatly done. Steve Grapes. Profit going on. Boyer, the ball was bad for him. Profit then reaching for Boyer with his throw-in. Grapes looking for Goodwin in the box. Oh, a bad one. Morris trying to return it. Campbell for Burns. Hatton. Burns. Hatton again. Burns in with a chance here. And the offside flag is up. Looked for it. Ken Burns, I think, half hesitated himself for a moment. Henry. Profit got the tackle. Campbell. And Profit gives away a rather pointless corner. Casual bit of football that. Malcolm Page for Campbell. And Pendry, it's a beauty. And that's a goal. Trevor Francis got it. It's 3-0. The score does not improve any or change very much. Trevor Francis gets his first goal of the season, but he owes it all to Gary Pendry. The quickly taken corner kick. Pendry's shot, right on target. Keelan dropped it. Francis poaches himself goal number 3. And they've decided that it is time, indeed, for Roger Hansbury to have a piece of the action this afternoon. Kevin Keelan, looking a little unhappy about life, comes off. Having had 5 goals put on him during the week at the Hawthorns, 3 this afternoon. So the youngster Roger Hansbury, the 18-year-old, comes on to see what he can do. And meantime, Birmingham are warming up Gary Sprake. So it's Page now. Kendall. Morris, Steele. Hatton then. Francis. Stretched wide for Pendry. It looks very much as though Hansbury is going to get his first taste of the action. Oh, and he very nearly had to pick one out of the net. Bob Hatton gliding that header. The booing, the ungentlemanly booing, is for Gary Sprake. Or rather, I imagine it's for Freddie Goodwin making the substitution of Gary Sprake for Dave Latchford. Good opportunity, in fact, for managers to experiment with their goalkeepers. There's no criticism here, of course, of Dave Latchford's game this afternoon. Just an opportunity for Gary Sprake to get some activity in. And also, of course, to parade his talents in front of the Welsh team manager, Mike Smith, who's here watching. And Hansbury with the goal kick from the other end. Just to put the record straight, the rules of the Texaco Cup allow for a goalkeeper to be substituted at any time, and 1 outfield player at any time. So in effect, 2 substitutions are allowed in this competition. Goodwin. Grapes. Taking his time, looking for Boyer, who's well there. And Gary Sprake, the first touch of the ball he's going to have is to take it out of the net. As Boyer pulls one back for Norwich. 3-1, and there's the unhappy Gary Sprake. That's the first time he's touched the ball. He's only been on the park 30 seconds. And Phil Boyer's the man who's put one past him. 3-1. That ball drifting across the face of the goals, and Phil Boyer having a free header at it to make that scoreline. 3-1 then to Birmingham. And Hatton goes in with a shot on, and it's hit the bar. Oh dear, oh dear. Howard. Birmingham sub Paul Hendry is ready to come on for Trevor Francis. Referee Tommy Reynolds' attention has been drawn to the fact that Hendry wants to come on. Trevor Francis, who's taken a couple of knocks recently. They don't want him injured with the league season starting next Saturday, as Birmingham will be home to Division 2 champions Middlesbrough here next Saturday. So Francis comes off, and Paul Hendry, a young man who put himself about quite a bit at the Hawthorns last week and got clobbered a few times for his trouble. Spudgy, leaving it for Campbell. Hendry, Campbell. Sabaggia, this Scottish lad with the Italian ancestry. He's done well this afternoon, the big number 5. Page. It's a cheeky one. The wind behind it, and Malcolm Page trying to float one in under the crossbar. I think Birmingham would have got so deep in trouble last season if Page had been available all the way through the season. That broken leg early cost him and Birmingham dearly. Roberts. Boyer scurrying to win that one back. Good ball. Morris on for Howard. Sabagia across. Did it well, the lad. Malcolm Page. Campbell. 3-1 the score to Birmingham. Hendry. That's a corner. Norwich rather stunned by it. Certainly looked as though Hatton got a very solid boot to it. But referee Tommy Reynolds right on top of the game. Time up on our watches. Hendry's corner. Page. Hendry might just as well try the shot. Gary Pendry, the scorer of only 2 league goals in a career stretching back 180-odd games. And referee Tommy Reynolds decides that we're not going to have any more. That's the end of the game. So, 3-1 to Birmingham City. Norwich certainly out of the Texaco Cup competition. Have to wait to see what happened at the West Bromwich Albion Peterborough match to find out if Birmingham go any further.
In the 74-75 season, we were still going strong with average gates over 30,000 at St Andrews. One man that I do think needs a special mention is that great player, Howard Kendall. On the field, his vision was absolutely superb. He didn't have to look up to see where his teammates were. He already knew. And off the field, during at half-time and after the game, he could sort things out tactically. The next game is versus champions-elect Derby County.
Burns up, and Francis trying it. He went solidly in then. It was Nish who got his boot in the way. Francis. He's away from him. Oh yes! Beautifully done! Bob Hatton! 1-0. Minutes into this first half, and Bob Hatton has got the goal. But Trevor Francis was coolness itself. Derby paid the penalty for not getting the ball away. Francis looked as though he might be on for a shot, but selflessly just knocked it in perfectly for Hatton to score the goal. This is Todd's free kick. Gemmell hoisting it high. Davis up. Styles the one. Well, looked as though it came off Trevor Francis' head, but referee Nippard says no, it came off Nish. Gemmell is going to get booked because he disagreed with Mr. Nippard. Referee Nippard having given the free kick, the throw-in, I beg your pardon, the throw-in to Birmingham. Gemmell disagreed with him. And for that he gets a booking. That was a fairly clear indication of what might happen to Archie Gemmell the next time. There's a push in the back by Daniel again. That one on Francis. So we've now completed an hour of football and the score is still 1-0 to Birmingham. To the Marty Feldmans then from Ray Martin. Well, that looked again like pushing and pulling and shouldering in the box by Colin Todd, who rather fortunate, I think, in many respects to get away with that one. Kendall, that goes for a corner. Kendall and Trevor Francis sorting out what they're going to do in this corner kick. Kendall down to take it. Archie Gemmell away. Campbell brings it down. Another bad ball out for Campbell. And again the cross, far post, Bolton up, and it falls for Burns, and then Campbell. Corner as the ball comes away off Campbell. Skids off a defender. Colin Bolton soon all right. He's a hard man, this. He's only missed 2 games, and those were through suspension in the last 3.5 years. Newton gets it away. That's handball. That's handball by Roger Davis. Well, what a foolish young man. There was no need for that at all. Roger Davis pulling the ball down with his hand, looking perplexed. But there was no doubt about it. Derby utterly disconsolate now as Trevor Francis places the ball on the spot. And we now look for Birmingham to take a 2-0 lead. Roger Davis still protesting his innocence. But meantime, Trevor Francis sets himself up. Francis against Bolton. 2-0. 19 minutes into the second half. Trevor Francis scores his second penalty of the season. His 5th goal of the season. And Birmingham here are 2-0 ahead. No signs yet then of Derby really getting to grips with this game, even though they're only playing against 10 men. Ken Burns. Styles. Francis, and he's clear. He ran well. He could be in for number 3. And the penalty's given against Daniel. The penalty's given against Daniel. Well, I must be honest, I didn't really think that rated it. Referee Nippard, adamant. Todd, incensed. Gemmell is over there as well. Bolton kicks the ball over the stand. Referee Nippard is not going to be moved. Second penalty of the afternoon. Trevor Francis tanking through. Looked as though he was on. Daniel made the tackle. Francis goes down. The ball goes onto the spot now. So, Francis, his chance for a second penalty of the afternoon. He's done Bolton once, can he do it again? Yes! Francis, his second goal, Birmingham's 3rd. Taylor being chased by Derby. Got about 5 of them over there. It's Hatton, and they've given offside against Francis, I think. Hatton and Francis together breaking as Derby lost their composure completely and sent about 5 men after the one Birmingham player, Taylor. Webster now for Derby. Davis on for Hector, and it's Rioch. The goal is given, and Rioch makes it 3-1. Bruce Rioch scoring his first league goal of the season, although he's already scored one in the League Cup. 39 minutes. So
83 minutes, 60 seconds.
Latchford did well to come out and block the first shot, but as the ball goes up off his boot, Rioch, the easiest job in the world to knock it in. Derby needing 2 goals to get back. Nish. Davis. Gallagher right behind him. Good skills. Gemmell. He delayed it. Gemmell again. Davis. Davis. And he got it. Roger gets closer and closer. Now it's 3-2 to Birmingham. Roger Davis. It was the way little Archie Gemmell fought for the ball. Knocked it through. The ball seemed to be tied to Roger Davis's boot as he charged forward and squeezes it inside the near post. Hatton is under this. The challenge from Webster. Taylor. Todd for Gemmell. Derby have got to get the ball up into this penalty area of Birmingham's. They've got plenty of bodies back to stop it. Styles knocking it away. 3 minutes of injury time gone. As Gemmell skips away from them. It's a free kick against Taylor for bringing down Gemmell. 3 minutes of injury time gone. 1 goal now separating these two sides. Derby desperate now, throwing everything forward, looking for the equaliser, having come back from 3-0 down to 3-2. Lee quickly then for Newton. Handball by Taylor. Right on the edge of the box. The linesman says it happened outside. Newton thought it happened inside. He was looking for the penalty. Rioch. 3-man wall is not 10 yards back yet. Rioch's kick. Todd. Hine kicks it away. And there's the final whistle. It's all over.
Nothing sweeter for a Birmingham City supporter than a victory over the old adversary, Aston Villa. In the 1976 season, we did just that. So sit back and savour those moments now.
Chance to run it. It was the first time he's really had a go. And a good cross in. And terrible miss kick then by Chris Nicholl. Well, that's the first time that John Connell has really been able to face up to his fullback. Didn't really try to take it on, but it was a wicked cross in. It had Nicholl in all kinds of trouble. Over the bar for the corner, but it could have gone in the corner in the net. There's the corner. Phillips out. And Little now for Villa. Taking on and leaving Kendall for dead. This is a good break by Little. Now Page comes back. Got to get that cross in. Oh, Bethel and Gray scores! Oh, that is tragedy. Total tragedy for Birmingham City. Total joy for Andy Gray. An absolute gift. The whole thing starting with a wonderful run down by Little. The cross-in didn't really seem all that dangerous. Hibbett decided, foolishly as it turns out, to try and give it back to his goalkeeper. And there was goal ace Gray to knock in his 7th goal of the season. Well, that's a good ball forward. Want knocks it away again there. It'll come down for Francis with Phillips behind him. Hibbett. Curling pass there for Francis to run onto. Beautifully done. Little chip down, and Burns gets the equaliser. Kenny Burns goes to the Villa end. And it's 1-1. Well, that is the Birmingham City fans delighted now. That was a nice bit of football by Birmingham. The ball from Hibbett, a beauty down for Francis. He checked, turned, cut it across the box, and Nicholl missed his clearance, and Burns promptly punishes him for his mistake. Tony Want cuts it out. Connolly trying to stick it through Gidman's legs, and it didn't work. Mortimer, Gidman. Styles backpedaling as Graydon attacks him, might get a corner out of it. Oh, he's got the ball. That's better still. He's got a shot on, surely. Graydon trying to get there again. Who's got the ball? Want hadn't got it, Burridge hadn't got it, Graydon hadn't got it. Hearts in the mouths of the Birmingham supporters then. Some of this tackling really is getting very hearty. John Goodman with the throw-in. Great. Hibbett at his back, so he uses Phillips. Little. Graydon. Super save. Super save. Lovely, sharp, beautiful, attractive football. One ball in Phillips, Little straight off to Great. The whack. Latchford covering his near post. Great save. Smith now. This is Robson. And Gallagher's jump and punched head out. Goodman. Birmingham brought to keep everybody back. Page down for Jones. And Kendall knocks it early. Francis, Kendall, Connolly. Good skills. Got to hurry though. Caradis is coming back at him. And Connolly keeps going against. And he scores a beautiful goal. Connolly, his first goal for his new club in only his second game for them. And he won that goal to put Birmingham City in front 2-1 to enliven those fans from St Andrews here at Villa Park. Connolly won that goal for himself by sheer determination. Went away from one tackle, went away from another. Didn't look to have anything on for him. The left foot went and it's 2.
Thanks for joining me on this fantastic trip down memory lane. I'm sure you'll agree with me that the action we've seen on this video has been absolutely outstanding. I think together we can keep right on to the end of the road to get Birmingham City back where they belong in the Premier League.